Rodney, came back here. Next thing we're taking off is the silver rim manifold. Now, Dave, can you care to elaborate on the situation?
Yeah, certainly. Okay, so as Rodney is saying, we're going to remove the intake manifold, as you can see here. Now, I can't show you every single step because
that would take way too long, Dave. Can't have that. No.
So, and I mean, this is a very interesting YouTube video. Wouldn't you agree, Rodney?
Of course, Dave. I bet my life on it. I love this kind of stuff. I love getting my hands all greasy into the hard work. You see, back in South Africa, we got our hands deep in some deep shit, like reality. We got bombs going off everywhere. But what I really like to do to calm my mind is to have some nice mechanics and alone time. Sunny in British Columbia. I can't tell you how great it is here. Fresh air and the trees are just exonerating.
Oh.
Now, please continue.
All right, here we go. Okay, so what I've done is prepare a few things. What you need to be mindful of here is to remove that intake. Yours may look slightly different in that it may have the EGR valve and piping on it. I have removed all of that. EGR is exhaust gas recirculation. And
exhaust gas recirculation.
That's right. It's needed on a lot of emission.
It's recirculating in the gas acceptors.
Yes, it would have come out of the exhaust manifold through piping into the intake manifold here, where I blocked it off with a plate. But the thing is, with this kind of engine, it doesn't really need the EGR, or in fact, after a period of time, they seize up.
Now you see that piece of metal there? That was custom, yeah?
Yes.
That's what you made in your shop. Because what happened there? Did you lose the piece, or what happened?
No, that's part of the piping that came off.
That's right. You used a piece of, what was it, aluminum?
Yes, it's just a piece of aluminum with cut to the shape of the
you used
EGR.
a grinder. So for those of you who might have the same problem out there,
yeah, you have to block that off.
Where are you from?
The vehicle, the engine will run with that plate off. It's just going to be a little bit
It'll
noisy.
run, but it won't be as nice.
No, you're sucking in air unnecessarily. So now what we have to be mindful of is this, because we won't take time with the for every little piece. But in front of this, we have a vacuum line that has to come off. We have to undo one hose clamp as part of the intercooler, and then we have a vacuum pipe at the back that has a 12 millimeter headed bolt holding it on. So those have to come off. Then the next step would be to take off your EGR equipment and get it all out of the way. As in this particular setup now, it's non-existent, okay? But one of the things that I found helpful to get out of the way, if I might just squeeze in here, Rodney, is take this plate off, which is part of the EGR plate, support plate, which includes two manifold bolts, as you see here. Get that out of the way, and then you're able to devote your attention to the injector pipes and the injector rail, the common rail there, okay? Actually, I shouldn't say common rail. It's a distribution type rail. Anyway, back to the crow's feet here again, and as you can see, you can just put it on very easily on one of these and just give it a little snap, and off it'll loosen it up, okay? Now either take a 11/16 or a 17 mil, and they come off very easily. These ones have already been undone. Just wind them off by hand. You can spin them off if they're in, whoops, maybe not. Sometimes there's a little bit of extra tension on them, but they will come off quite easily in the long run.
Little Lou will get that fixed up nicely.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just go a little further with this thing. You know, I'm just trying to avoid going around the other side of the vehicle to get another wrench. In the interest of time, now, assuming nobody is snoring at this point, there we go. So the top end of the injector rails are off. Now I'm going to undo the bottom ones using the same tool, and then here we have two I think it's 8 millimeter socket head nuts to take off. They're either 7 or 8 mil, I just forget. And then the whole piping system.
Cashews or almonds?
Pardon me?
Cashews or almonds?
Cashews or almonds, that's funny. Yeah, so anyway, we pull the whole piping system off, and then it'll give us access to pull off the intake manifold, and we're about then 2/3 done. Okay?